So the next part here is the memory den and Brian Virgil. So we're going to fast travel to Good Neighbor. Once we get to Good Neighbor, we're going to get out of our power armor. We're going to leave it here. We don't want to waste the power core anymore, and we don't need it. And we're going to run straight to the memory den. So the memory den is right down this alley to the left, and it's right there. You can't miss it.
Yeah.
Inside of the memory den, pretty much ignore everything, come in, head straight down the stairs to Dr. Amari, and then just start to, just spam through the conversation with her as fast as you can.
We need your help, Doctor. Please.
At the end of this conversation, she's going to start working on Nick. She's going to try and put Kellogg's brain implant into Nick.
Go on, Doctor.
Mr. Valentine,
I appreciate this, Nick. You can thank Brett.
And when she's doing that, I'm going to go around and take some things. So I want this bone cutter. Throughout the run, you're going to want about 3 copper and 2 ceramic.
I need you to keep talking.
That bone cutter is a copper.
Change in your cognitive functions could be dying.
I'll take stim packs and Radaway just because they're useful. And this coffee cup is ceramic.
Can't make sense of any of it, Doc.
That's what I was afraid of. The mnemonic impressions are.
So you can check all of her stuff for anything useful and take whatever you want. Stim packs Radaway, ceramic and copper. Those are kind of what you're looking for, though.
Let's get started.
Just
So after we're done skipping through all the conversations with Amari, just jump into the memory lounger. And here's another pretty much prolonged cutscene that we're going to have to watch.
initiating brainwave migration between the transplant and the host. Mnemonic activity coming from the transplant. It's degenerated, but it's there. We're going to load you into the strongest memories we can find. They might not be stable. Just hold on. Can you hear me? Ah, good. The simulation appears to be...
So there's very little we can do to speed this up.
I'll try to step
You can kind of see the memory trail in the darkness. There's a bit of a shadow to it. I don't know if the video quality is good enough for you to see that, but you do have kind of an idea of where you're going to go. Just head along these memory tracks and ignore all of the memories until we get to the last one. So we're just going to ignore Kellogg as a baby because nobody cares, especially not his mother.
This doesn't seem to be
That was me. Turn right. I don't care about Kellogg's baby. I only care about mine. Just
Let's keep
the
looking.
worst.
I'll connect you to the next intact memory.
Once we get to the end of this, there's going to be about a 2.5 minute
I found another memory to try.
pretty much interactive cutscene that we're going to have to watch. And during that, it's another good time to get a drink, grab a snack, go to the bathroom. Probably not all of those things, but you could pick one of those things and do it.
Well, we seem to be getting closer. Try this next one.
So just keep heading down, ignoring the memories,
Getting warmer.
following the
One of these has
trail.
got to tell us something. We're running out of brain here. There's one that.
And
looks
this is
more
actually the intro to the game. You're actually in this memory. This was us. We were in there.
Still working. That's good.
I found another intact memory. Whenever you're ready.
So you actually watch that cutscene twice if you want to.
Is that your son?
And then we get here to the end, the last memory, and we have to watch it.
Good news, I think.
So once the memory is done, we use the TV screen to get out, but try not to get in anyone's way. If you get in their way, you'll slow them down.
Kellogg. It's okay. One of these days, you're gonna get your head blown off just barging in here like that.
Minimizing my exposure to civilians is a priority.
Forget I said anything. So what's the big crisis this time?
New orders for you. One of our scientists has left the Institute.
Left? As in?
He's gone rogue. Name's Dr. Brian Virgil. We know he's hiding somewhere in the glowing sea. Here's his file.
Wow. Some heads are gonna roll for
Wish I was good at video editing. I would cut this. I would cut the whole. I would just cut the whole thing. Cut it. We don't want it.
He's working on a highly classified program.
No kidding. One of the top bioscience boys? Damn. So, I guess you're taking the kid back with you.
Affirmative. Your only mission is to locate and eliminate Virgil.
You're taking me home to my father?
Yes. Stand next to me and hold still.
Okay.
X688. Ready to relay with Sean.
Bye, Mr. Kellogg. I hope I see you again soon.
Bye.
Teleportation.
So we have to wait for Amari to cue us to leave the memory lounger.
Found the entrance to the Institute because there is no entrance. Let me pull you out of there as soon as you're ready.
And once we get out, we're going to ignore Amari. We're gonna pretty much ignore everyone. We're gonna just leave the memory lounge.
Side effect, procedure.
Get back to Good Neighbor because we can fast travel at from Good Neighbor, and we're gonna fast travel back to Fort Hagen.
Brotherhood of Steel is.
So just come back over here to Fort Hagen.
I'm not buying that. Wait,
So this is going to be another long run, and I'd recommend the same thing again. Go to Fort Hagen, mark the rocky cave on your map, and then run it and practice it that way. And then you'll have a very good feel of a very direct route to the rocky cave. When I was learning this, just watching these longer runs, it never ended up me emulating it the same way. I always improvised a little bit and got a little lost at first until I knew where I was going. Once I knew where I was going, it didn't matter where I started. I always ended up in the same place, if that makes sense. Or like if I took a wrong turn here or I took a wrong turn there, like I knew where I needed to be, and that's all that really mattered. So we're just gonna head almost as straight as we can to the rocky cave. It's slightly southwest of where we started at Fort Hagen. It's just slightly southwest of the map, to be honest. It's off of the grid. So we're gonna run just slightly southwest. And that's pretty much my objective, is to just keep my compass slightly southwest and just keep running. Again, important, try not to let your AP bar drain entirely. It regens slower if it hits 0, which I've let it do like 3 or 4 times now. And that's a bear. Don't feed the wildlife, especially not yourself. There's a Deathclaw slightly to the left there. And apparently Brotherhood of Steel. So, some of the other runners, I believe, go left here and go into the glowing sea. Oh, there's something big chasing me. Oh, can you hear it? Oh, it's big and scary. We're just gonna keep running, I don't mind. Oh, okay, maybe I do mind a little bit. That's big and scary. Oh god, it's so big and scary. Oh man, he does not like me at all. I have a lot of armor. This guy probably won't be able to kill me, but make sure you have a lot of AP bar if you're going to take this route. If you're going to go past that plant, you're going to want to be able to just keep running because he will keep hitting you and does quite a bit of damage. So I'm keeping my header just in general the same place, just slightly southwest. So if you watch some of my other runs, this probably isn't the same route that I took. Something is probably different. And that's because I just kind of know where the cave is, and I'm trying to go as straight as I can to the cave. Like, that's generally my goal. This isn't, potentially this isn't optimal. But that doesn't bother me not too much. The run isn't entirely optimized. Expect things in the run to change. Expect new things to be discovered. The game is very new and will probably be sub 1 hour in the near future. I'm just gonna keep heading southwest. Once your rats hit a certain point, you can hit a rat away if you want. You're going to level up after you talk to Brian, or you should level up after you talk to Brian. It might be after you kill the courser. But that'll completely fill your HP bar. So as long as your HP bar isn't full of rads, you can get all your HP back that way. And we're almost there, almost at Brian's. We're going to set up our second ROM work when we get to Brian. Oh, we went a little bit too far to the west. Okay. That's the rocky cave that just appeared on my compass. Let me just take some more drugs. So once we get to the cave entrance, we're going to set up our second ROM warp. We're going to make another save file there, just outside. This Deathclaw leaves me alone. Alright, so we're going to make a save just outside of Virgil's. Go on in. There are 2 ways to kill Brian's turrets that I've found. We're going to have to come back to Brian's once more, and shooting these turrets will aggro him. So one of the things you can do is you can stay hidden and take the turrets out while you're stealthed. Or when you're leaving Brian's for the last time, you can just shoot them, check them, and leave, and you don't have to worry about coming back. You don't have to worry about him aggroing.
Get nice and slow. No sudden moves. I know you're from the Institute.
So we're just gonna come up to Virgil.
Take it easy. Kellogg's dead.
Don't.
I'm not lying. I killed him.
Did you kill me?
Sure.
We're gonna get through his chat as
I know
best
you
as
were part of it.
possible.
And you was...
How do you know what?
Relax. I just need to know how to...
Wait, you never.
I'm trying to find my son.
Oh, right. Yeah. If I.
You help me and I'll help you.
All. If I could return.
Yeah, they use some sort of...
Well, it,
Sure, lots of them.
don't.
Let's go. Just point me in the right...
Well, it.
Okay, let's get to work.
Right. Look, no, what-
So something that has happened to me a couple of times when talking to Brian is the conversation will stop before I have gotten the quest, and I'll be given the option to talk to him again. Don't talk to him again. Just wait for him to continue the conversation. Okay, and that's Brian, Virgil, and the Memory Lounge, all kind of condensed into one because there's not a whole lot to discuss. It's kind of just keep pushing forward, and next we're gonna do the Corsair.